bra that's tight fitting bra. You know what I'm saying? You keep it on for 24 hours.
No, y'all keep talking about wrapping up boobs and cabbage and shit. No, don't stop now. I want to hear
No,
more.
Oh, I
but
thought you wanted us to end the
no,
conversation.
No,
I
no,
know
no,
it's
no, no. I want to get that on. I want to get that on film. Keep talking about the boobs wrapped up. I want to learn this. Go ahead.
so, so what you do is you boil like a half a head of cabbage or whatever. You don't boil it for probably about 2-3 minutes, and you take like about 5 to 6 or 7, depending on your boobs, and you take it and you just wrap it around each boob, and you put a nice little bra on that's fitted, and it'll take all the breast milk out, but it's like a natural elasticity to keep our shit perky. It's a natural stretcher, a lifter. So you just do it. So I start doing it twice a year now, and I'm 45, and my shit don't sag at all.
Have you ever tried this, Q?
I have, and I have a large family, so maybe it does work because I can say that mine don't sag, but I didn't do it that way. I actually froze cabbage. I would freeze the cabbage and then I would put it on me because it was more. I couldn't stand a whole lot. That darn breast milk is something else. The
It's
weight of the
intense.
breast, that stuff just
Mhm.
But
that's
see,
a different ball game, man.
I like it warm. I think my granny did it warm because my titties was so fucking sore, right? So
Hmm.
that warm soothed it. Like it was just like, oh, you know what I'm saying? It was just like, I mean, it was just soothing to it because, baby, hey, I don't wish breastfeeding on nobody.
Yeah. Mm-mm. How's
Hey,
My bad.
everybody?
Ernst.
I was on mute. My bad, Irv. You're missing a great conversation, but you're right on time. We're talking about women wrapping up their breasts with cabbage, frozen cabbage. Am I right about that?
Warm
Yeah.
or frozen.
So allegedly, women wrap up their breasts in cabbage and they stay perky like this. So can we? Yeah. Have you heard this before? Have you ever heard this? Oh, you can't hear me? Can
I
y'all
can't.
hear him?
I can't.
Mm-mm.
I can't
Okay.
hear him.
I can't
Hold
either.
on.
Hold on. Is there
There
some?
we go.
Can you hear me?
There
Yeah,
you
you're
go.
good now.
We can hear you
All right.
now.
Can you hear me?
Did you hear anything I said? I was able to say.
No, I heard barely, barely.
Well, what I was saying, ladies, yeah, they were talking about how they keep their breasts perky by wrapping them up in cabbage. Have you heard of women doing this?
Wrapping up in what? I mean,
Cabbage leaves.
wow. No, I ain't heard that. That's crazy.
So I used it. So we use it to help stop the breast. When you want to stop breastfeeding, I was told by my grandmother I got a bra that was a size too small and put the cabbage leaves in, like bind, my breast and put the cabbage leaves in there, for a couple days. I don't remember if I exchanged them, swapped them out when they wilted or whatever, but that helps dry up your milk or get rid of the breast milk. But Ski said it also helps keep them perky, and Ski and Q both have different methods they were taught or they used.
I've just never heard of anything. I'm thoroughly interested. This is like it's almost like what y'all call it, black girl magic. It sounds like black girl magic.
It is.
Definitely black girl magic.
Definitely black girl magic. But yo, no, well, let me just start. Welcome to the Let You Know podcast. That's what we talking about. We let you know about titties and how to keep them perky. We talk about current events. We talk about all kind of things over here at the pod. Welcome everybody. 10 p.m. Wednesday, like usual. We got My girl Q in the middle. What up, Q?
Hey, everybody. How y'all doing?
What up, Q?
Hey,
We got
hey.
my beautiful co-host Skeezy with the perky cabbage.
Mm-hmm.
Perky cabbage up top. What up? What up?
What up, bro?
We got my homegirl Chaz up there headed to the liquor store. Chaz, what up though?
What he do?
Headed to the L. We got Herb Gotti, young Herb. What up, bro?
Yo, what's going on? What's going on?
And then we got my guy who's that? Is this Keon over here? You over there, Keon? You on mute right now? If you want, you can hear me.
Hey, how you doing? I'm just being a little quiet. I'm just listening. I got a lot of background noise. That's why I got it muted.
Hey, no problem, man. Just shout out to you for being here, man. We thank you. We thank you. Uh, we're gonna start it off, man. Let's start it off with the. Let's get right into it, man. You know the headliner. Let me show you the head. I don't know if you saw the headliner or not, Herb, but we're gonna talk about Hov, man. We're gonna talk about the goat. Do you think the goat is a snake? That's where we at. Is the goat a snake? Jay-Z is out here doing deals with Target, where he's selling his new album. What's the reasonable? Not his new album, the Reasonable Doubt album. Like his 30th year anniversary, and so they letting the album go out in Target for like $40 a pop or whatever, right? And so people are mad because honestly, I forgot that we're boycotting Target. I forgot about that. So we're boycotting Target because of DEI, and I never go to Target, so that's kind of why I forgot about it. But yeah, man. On top of that, Jay-Z's in the past. We talk about the NFL. We know what he did. He told Jermaine Dupri, "Hey, man, don't take that job, JD. That's not a good job, man. We own some shit right now. We standing together, JD. Don't take that football job." JD said, "Okay," meaning Jermaine Dupri. And what did Jay-Z do? Come right in, take the job, and now he's in charge of the goddamn halftime show, right? That's some snake shit, right? What else he do? Ski knows. What else Jay-Z do that's a snake? You tell me. I know you know.
Shut up. He got all the rappers and shit to sign up with Tidal. Then he sold it on the low. Didn't give supposed to get, you know what I'm saying? That's why Nicki Minaj been spazzing out on the internet, because all the people, the big names, moved to Tidal, and he sold Tidal, and they didn't get their cut. So that's my major thing. I don't really.
Don't forget about the Barclays Center out when the Brooklyn Nets came. He told them they was all gonna get them jobs, gonna bring jobs and people.
He didn't. And only 1%. He only owned 1% of the team too. He don't own. He's not.
Don't do that. Don't do that, because you sound like a hater.
Oh, I'm just calling facts. You said I know the facts. I'm just giving facts.
That's a fact. But I'm gonna tell you what Jay-Z saying in this song.
Okay.
1% of the Nets is more than niggas ever seen. So.
Okay. I forgot we're dealing with a super fan. But anyway, yeah. This took away those projects. It took away all that stuff, and it wasn't nothing but place for the people in that area. Gentrification.
Told them they was gonna have jobs. Instead, it's almost. I seen a nigga on the internet say it's similar to the white woman that's real cool at work. The white girl that you real cool. She's nice to all the black people and everything, but she always goes home to the Trump supporter, the racist white man. You know what I mean? She's cool at work, but she's still benefiting from the racism that her husband holds and all that. And the dude compared it to that. I thought that was a very good analogy.
I agree.
Not to mention NFL. We're supposed to be stopped watching. We say no more football. We done with football. Colin Kaepernick is taking the knee. We standing up and saying nobody what. And Jay-Z, what's he do? We done kneeling. And what it feels like to me is, let me ask you this though. What's the number one? How do you become a millionaire? What's the way to become a millionaire? Do y'all know the answer to that?
I mean, it's a lot of ways, but tell us.
But like the basic would be like, to become a millionaire, what they say is if there's a void and you fill that void, you're going to get rich for filling a void, right? And Jay-Z seems to be filling voids that we are backing up from. It's not like a void nobody ever found. It just seems like, okay, we off of it. So now Jay-Z comes in and says, well, look, I can get these niggas to get back in here, white people. I mean, they look at me like this and like that. So, you know what I mean? Am I tripping by feeling that way?
No, that's how I feel. I mean, I respect him, what he did for hip hop and shit like that, but I just feel like exactly what you said. Like, I mean, honestly, summed it up, not even nothing or picking out one thing. I just feel like, you know, where's the solidarity at that you say that you hold? You know?
What about you? What about you, Q? What you think about all this Jay-Z snake stuff?
I think, huh?
Do you think he's a snake?
I think Jay-Z is definitely has some snake in him. I believe he's brought with a price. I love his business sense, but it is what it is.
Herb? Is he a slithering being that just goes around? They also Dame said he tried to smash Biggie girl. They said Jay-Z was trying to smash Charlie Baltimore.
I mean, a snake. I would just call him a ruthless businessman. I don't know if I would call him a snake. A lot of the things now the Biggie thing, okay, I get that, but the Barkley thing was a business move. Target thing was a business move. The Super Bowl was the business move. Yeah, don't get me wrong. Yeah, he did tell other people and dashed out on it, but like
A little
that's
bit.
listen, that's what a lot of business people do.
But where's the solidarity? You went to this man who came to you for guidance and assistance to lay his burden on you about his options to doing the NFL. And you said listen to this man tell you whatever he told you about how he felt about taking it, not taking it, his position with the Colin Kaepernick, whatever his decision making that he thought about. And he listened to you as my Big's brother is Big's brother. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
he feet and you told him not to, and then you didn't wait years to go back and double back to the table with it. You picked it right up. Like you didn't even you know what I'm saying? Why would you even talk to him if you knew in the back of your mind when you heard pros and cons or you heard whatever he said, his objection, his whatever he thought came from it or whatever, and advised him not to. But you didn't even wait a year, 6 months, 2 years, none. You off the table not 24 hours later. You know what I'm saying? So why I feel like fake shit, because if that's your bro in this business, if this is solidarity, black man, we all saying it like this, then don't talk to him, advise him on shit, and then you take the job.
well, I'm gonna be honest though. This is really like Jay-Z as a person. I don't even know why, as a black community, we even fucking with him in the first place.
Amen. Say it again.
And I'm saying this from the very beginning of his life, selling drugs to the community. I don't know why people are looking up to him anyways. He didn't do nothing but put down our community at the beginning. Yeah, I just don't like look at him as a leader. Looking for him to do something for the community is crazy. When he in the beginning of how he got to the place where he was, he tore down the community
I
with
agree.
drugs.
I agree.
So I don't even pay attention to Jay-Z really. He did some cool things putting people on, but he did hold a lot of people back. But like I said, he a drug dealer anyways. Why would he not be a snake? Come on, like it doesn't, that's what he is. You do.
And he's from fucking Brooklyn. Ew. Dirty ass Brooklyn. Ew. I mean, you're right though. I mean, we expecting well, some people are expecting him to be like a savior for blacks, but he showed us over and over again he's about that dollar. But I think what's confusing though, Irv, is he does do a lot of talking.
Right.
Black this, black that, black car with the black on this and a black in a. He talks a pro-black game, but when you talk about, again, we don't know what he does behind the scenes or whatever, but a lot of times it just seems like he's turning his back on whatever the black community is doing, unless it's benefiting him.
It's because black people love it when you bring up black power, black this, black that. They even love it when white people bring it up. So like all he gotta say is, I'm doing this for the black community and whatever, and everyone gonna raise up because one, he's a rapper, and they're like, oh, Jay-Z, yes. So it's just like it doesn't none of this entertains me or really just like that's why honestly I stopped fucking with Jay-Z when Kanye stopped fucking with Jay-Z.
Me too.
I'm gonna be straight up with that. When
Me
Kanye
too.
was calling him out, I already knew he was on some shady stuff. I was like, yeah, I'm cool. Kanye was just trying to be cool with you, and he started seeing the business side of you. Was like, nah, I ain't fucking with it. And Kanye tried to call him out, but what happened? Everybody turned against Kanye and had Jay-Z back. Now they want to complain about Jay-Z. Like
Yep.
this stuff is crazy. Like that's what I'm saying. Like it's like we always want to accept the people who are worse for our community just because they look good. They look a certain way.
Amen. Go ahead and preach to him, Herb. No, got it.
So that's
No, I
yeah.
can't. I can't argue with you on that. Her, you preaching over there, man.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah.
preaching over there. But I guess what I think what I'm starting to feel. Well, actually, before I go over there, is Chaz. You with us, or you get yourself together over there, girl? All right. Guess she's all right. She's wetting her whistle, I believe. Uh, uh, I know you said you got some background noise, Keon. You got any opinion on this Jay Z stuff, or you still just listening, homie?
Uh, I don't like Jay Z at all. I never did. Like he definitely a snake. I don't think anybody black should look up to him as a role model unless you're looking to him to be some type of businessman because he's shrewd. Uh, never made sold drugs to the community, and he did try to sleep with Charlie Baltimore. And he who else he tried to sleep with? Aaliyah and anybody else, good wife or
It,
girlfriend.
it just
So
came out. They just came out. They said that he was trying to sleep with. The reason why the Solange was hitting him up in the elevator was because he was trying to flirt with Rachel Roy, who's Dame Dash's ex-wife.
And that's who
yeah,
Rachel Becky with the good hair is.
Mm.
That's who
why y'all
Becky with
think?
the hair is.
Why you think Rihanna was singing that song? Bitch, better have my money. Hmm.
Right.
Ah! Bitch better have my money.
She wasn't. That ain't no regular song. She talking to Jay and Beyonce.
Yeah. Tell him again, Herb. That Herb tonight. You on a Rizzy?
No, that's
And
key. No,
then
that's key on there talking.
and then and
Oh,
then
that,
he and then he then he walk out on his boy after he got locked up. He act like he don't know P Diddy now. And you was right there with him.
Bree Diddy, Bree Diddy. That's right. I didn't like
Oh,
that.
Diddy was
I
all
didn't
by
like that.
himself in them parties. None of
I didn't
y'all
like
know
that.
nothing. Y'all don't want to talk to him now. You don't answer the phone, Jay. Y'all ain't heard the
Yeah,
recording.
I don't like that. And they let them get away with that bullshit too. They act like come on, y'all. There's mad pictures of y'all dapping each other up. Yeah, y'all niggas got a secret handshake and shit, damn near. Like LeBron James and all his teammates. Like, come on, cut this shit. Cut this shit.
Yo, and he got a. Oh, speaking of LeBron, he got a handshake for every teammate.
Every teammate. I don't know how I remember all that shit, but I'm pretty sure Diddy and Hov had a secret handshake. But when he separated himself from, it's not to say, hey man, I don't want nothing to do with that, but to act like you didn't even know that man, and for the courts to buy that shit is crazy. They're literally on songs together. They're literally
and
in
then the thing
videos
about
together
it
and
is, if it
parties.
was somebody else, it'd be conspiracy.
Well, again, I don't want to bring this on Diddy. Diddy's having enough problems right now. You know, he's having enough
He got some more.
issues at the moment, huh?
He got some more shit.
No, we just you know, Diddy's going through a lot right now. You know what I mean. I don't know if you can see my camera, but Diddy's going through a lot. We're gonna leave Diddy alone, man. That nigga got a micro penis. That's it. All
Uh,
makes sense. It all makes sense now, to be honest.
that's what
It
I
all
said.
makes sense.
I was like, damn.
It all makes sense. It makes a lot of sense, man. But Jay Z, man. So let's just go around the room. Everybody thinks he's a snake, basically, except for the girl that's drinking in the top.
Hey, but double O, I'm about to hop on my laptop, my phone.
No, look, I definitely think I think there is a line between being a smart businessman and
Hmm.
being a snake. From the things that I've heard to other little backhanded deals and little things he's done with other partners on top of this whole target. He's just not for us. I think he's greedy and it just is what he's for the money. And that's just it.
Oh wow, wow. And is that bad? Is that bad? Is capitalism bad?
Madu put a lot of expectations on our melanated brothers and sisters that are in a higher position. Um, I don't know. I don't really know. I need some time to think about it. Whether or not I think I don't like the whole thing where that people believe they're going to bring jobs, to the neighborhood. Just gentrified, ended up building that little spot anyway. I forgot what it was. It a field house?
No, it's a basketball arena for the Brooklyn Nets. The Brooklyn Nets used to be in the New Jersey Nets, and they moved it to Brooklyn. That's why they brought Jay-Z on as a minority owner, not only just to trying to get some talent in there. Because remember, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving both came to Brooklyn and ignored the Knicks, and I think Jay-Z had a part in that because I mean Jay-Z's influential like that, so I think he had a play in KD and them coming in there, but telling everybody that this is
Yeah.
going to bring jobs and then literally doing what the white man did,
Right.
like building it. What's that shit called, Ski? Where they was building it through all the black. The good neighborhoods back in the day, they built the highways through the black neighborhoods and all that.
Redlining.
Redlining. Thank you. I couldn't think of the term. Yeah, you kind of redlined your own city, dog, which is wild. But again,
Persuading and coercing your own community to do something and on the basis of promises that never happened. Then I mean, even if he didn't know it was going to happen, but then just to act like you don't give a fuck to try to not to do anything to fix it is just it's crazy.
hey, he's still the greatest rapper of all time, but he might be the greatest snake of all time too.
Greatest rapper of all time.
Period.
I think you pushing.
What talk to me? How am I pushing it?
Just saying the greatest rapper of all time. Is he?
Did I say something wrong, Q? Herb? I mean, somebody better
Yes,
than
you
Jay-Z.
did. Yes, you did. When you said the greatest rapper of all time, you did.
Right. Because he's
Wait a
not.
minute,
He's
yeah.
good, but he ain't the greatest of all times.
Yeah, bro.
He's a
Yeah.
good guy,
Come
but he
on,
ain't
bro.
the best of all times,
It's
though.
okay to have your opinion.
Let's do
Right.
this then. Let's do this. I didn't say he was the most talented. I didn't say he was the best, but I said he's the greatest. Who's greater than Jay-Z?
Oh my God, are you really serious? I thought you was just playing.
Right.
No, not at all. Why would I? No, who's greater than who has came from rap music and done what Jay-Z's done? Who's greater than him?
Wait,
Your
are you
opinion?
talking?
I'm just gonna shut up.
Wait, you talking about like what? Like in like Great Wide? In what way? You talking about like selling albums or something like that?
I mean,
Who's done what
great.
he's done outside of music.
Who is greater than him? I didn't say he's not the best. He's not the fastest rapper. He's not the most lyrical.
Are you talking about
He is
somebody
the
that's
greatest.
like, I mean, are you talking about just music, or are you talking about period, like his accolades for his business, or are you just talking about music?
The greatest rapper of all time.
He's just talking about
You just-
rapping. If you're just talking about rapper, no, he's not. Like, what are we talking about? Like,
Are you
rapping,
saying-
I'm thinking of lyrically spitting bars. Now, if you talking about selling album, okay, that's commercial. Like, I get some people might not be.
Yeah, sells the most albums. Eminem
Huh?
sells more albums than him. Eminem sells more albums than him.
Oh yeah, I know that. But still, that's still a commercial thing. That's why I wouldn't count Eminem, even though Eminem do got better bars than Jay-Z.
What would make him the greatest rapper?
Yeah, that's why I'm confused. Like, what are you talking about?
Well, I think if you put everybody at the start of everybody got their first album, everybody has a rap career. What career is greater than Jay-Z? What rap career is greater than Jay-Z's career?
Well, for me, most of the ones that I think are better than JC are no longer living. So Jay-Z might have outlived them, but he's totally not the best to me.
I would say Ice Cube is better than Jay-Z.
Okay. I'm not mad. I'm not even gonna argue. I just wanted to know who y'all thought was greater.
And the reason why I say Ice Cube is because one, he took two groups to the top and he went to the top by himself.
Mhm.
And because he wrote for both those groups.
No, I can't disagree. Like Ice Cube is a big deal. Like you said, what about LL Cool J? Is LL Cool J greater?
Hold on, real quick.
Is LL Cool J greater?
Hold on, wait. I want to clear this up too. Like, I'm glad I just brought up Jay-Z because this literally just clicked in my head, and it pisses me off more about the black community. I don't understand why we was trying to back Jay-Z, but no one out here is even trying to back Ice Cube or even saying anything about him when he has a whole league that he put up on his own. And then he was the only one who tried to put some up of a list for the black community when he went to the Trump office and tried, but everyone would call him a sellout when he was trying to help the black community. What?
Maybe Jay-Z saw that. Maybe Jay-Z saw that and said, "Yo, what's the point? What's the point of helping the black community when they don't even want to help themselves?"
But see, that's why we need to back people like Ice Cube instead of trying to follow Jay-Z.
Shit, we can say P. Diddy. Shit, you know what I'm saying? We gonna
Hey,
say that. I'm just keeping it funky though. Like we gonna say cause this nigga. I'm just saying we looking at the Sean John era. The fashion era he was in.
Oh,
the
okay.
alcohol, the alcohol.
Touching all the people, the different rappers been in every era. You know what I'm saying? From the 90s to 2026. Before he went to
Hold
jail.
on.
And all that. If we gonna say somebody, it should be Diddy. I mean, keeping it
We're
funky. I
using
mean,
different
You
words.
said the
We're using different words
alcohol.
that
You
cut.
talking about that vodka
no,
he
I'm,
had?
I'm I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, the vodka. I'm just saying
Ciroc, Ciroc.
He's the one that has done it as better than Jay-Z though. Really, because Jay-Z little
Well,
Ace of Spades, but he sold that. I'm just
I
saying,
don't.
like on the whole thing, Diddy really have. If you're gonna say anybody that has did that better than Jay-Z, would be Diddy to me because. Diddy got everybody want to do that shit. Diddy really did that shit. Like I mean, Diddy didn't have the reality shows before
Russell
it was the internet. I
Russell
mean,
was
he
the
had
blueprint.
all that shit. So
Russell
I
was
would
the
say Diddy.
blueprint. He just didn't rap. Russell was the blueprint. He just didn't rap. And then
Right,
Diddy took the blueprint, and then Jay Z followed the blueprint from Diddy and
right.
Russ. In
So
my
I would,
opinion,
say Diddy.
I'm not mad at that either. What about Master P? Master P,
I fuck with
not as
Master
good,
P too.
not as good as a rapper, but
Definitely a good businessman.
He's a
And I
good
mean, when I say he's
businessman.
the best rapper, but we did fuck with No Limit. I was No Limit to the head. You feel me? For Cash Money, I was No Limit. You know what I'm saying? All day, every day. So I think Master P don't get his props enough though. But he's definitely up there to me.
okay, okay. Let's change it. Let's change it up real quick. Let's change it up real quick. Let me ask y'all this. I'm gonna start with you, Q. Is consistent. Well, hold on. We got a new person in here. Who is that? Funktified Cutie Pie. What's happening? Funktified Cutie Pie in the building.
Yo, yo.
What's
And
up
then,
with
and then,
you?
and then we got our girl back from the L. What's up? Who gonna follow me back from the L? What you sipping on over there, girl?
You
Moscato and tequila.
Moscato and tequila. I'm going to go with you first. You already has it touched your lips yet? She is busy over there. She's busy. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna start with you, Skeezy. Let me start with you, Ski. Is consistency a skill or a choice? And consistency can be, I'm talking about anything in life, consistency. Is that a skill that you can build up and work on and have it? Or is it just something you either do or you don't do? Like everybody got it, you just choose not to have it.
I think it's 50-50. I think it's 50-50 because it depends on the person. You know what I'm saying? Because for me, I can definitely I have consistency normally, right? But sometimes I slack and then it could be a skill or a choice. You know what I'm saying? But it's because I have the natural ability, which I guess I would really say it's a skill, but I guess you could call it a skill. I think it's 50-50 though. I think it's depending on the person. You know what I'm saying? Honestly.
Q, what about you? What you think?
I am going with both. I think anything is a choice. But as far as skill, you have to work to get to a certain skill level. It's levels to skill. So I'm going to say consistency is both, but I do believe that consistency is a very good trait to have.
Okay. Definitely. I agree with that. Because he's important in all kinds of walks of life. You feel me?
Yes.
What about you?
I'd probably say consistency is a skill. Um, some people choose not to use that skill. On certain days, they just feel lazy. But overall, consistency is skill because you got to have discipline. And if you're not disciplined, which is a skill, because you got to be trained to be disciplined as a young kid. And if
True.
or if you didn't figure out as a kid, you got to practice that later. So those are learned behaviors, which are skills. Some people choose not to learn those skills. Some people choose to be lazy at a certain time and not use their skills at a certain time. But overall, it's a skill. Just for a matter of fact, discipline has to be there for consistency.
Okay, okay. What about you, Keon? What you think about that? The question here is consistency a skill or a choice?
Uh, it's both, man. I'm gonna piggyback off a couple of people, but it's both. And I can make. I was just thinking about what everybody was saying. Everybody was saying it's both. Some people say it's a skill. I think um it's levels to your skill. So I mean, if you're not consistent, you can only going you kind of can be stagnant wherever you are. So I mean, is more of a choice than a damn skill. It may not be both, actually. It may just be the fact that people just don't want to be consistent. I think it's a choice, actually.
There we
Now that I'm
go. What
thinking
about that?
about it.
That's what it sounded like. He was leaning towards choice.
Yeah, I
Buddy.
think it's a
Yeah.
damn choice because let's like a professional athlete. All of them good. They all got skills, but who's the damn best? Because the one that's the best is consistent. Like my man Kobe, you know. But
Took the words right out of my mouth. Took the words. Pause. Kobe
right there, Kobe was consistent. This man was at the gym from 4 a.m. to 12 a.m. Like what? Go home, nigga.
for 20
But
years.
yeah, but you see what he paid off. All those people are skilled, but like at work, all y'all
Yeah.
know y'all job, but who's the best? Who's consistent? Who
Yeah.
chooses to do their job the best and pay attention to detail?
If everybody on this panel right now is a 7 at whatever we competing against, all of us are ranked a 7. The only way the one that's going to separate us is who's working the hardest. That's it.
Consistency.
That's it.
You got to choose to do that.
Functified Cutie Pie. What about you? Let me ask you. I like that name, by the way. Functified Cutie Pie. I like that. Is consistency a skill or a choice?
It's a choice. You either want it or you don't.
You either want to be. Who doesn't want to be consistent? Why wouldn't somebody want to be consistent?
If they don't care about somebody or something.
Meaning that they can be consistent. They're just choosing not to be consistent in this situation, basically. But they could do it. They won't.
Yeah.
Got you. I like that. I like that. Tequila and wine. You said was it wine and tequila? Is that what it was? Yeah, you.
I think consistency is definitely a choice. Once you master it in what area of life you're choosing to be consistent in, it definitely becomes a skill. So I think it's both.
I think I copping out with that bullshit, but I'll let it slide. I'll let it slide. I'm gonna go with choice, because I don't think it's something that you could work on. It's like you said, it's something you want to do. It's not something that you can just. I'm gonna work on being consistent. It's like no, you can just do it. It's nothing that you have to practice. You know what I mean? I don't think it's something you practice. Do you?
Well, I want to say this. Go ahead about consistency, right? I mean, it's everyday life, right? Is tasks and stuff like that, right? So those be some just little minor roadblocks, right? Where some people can maybe get off the consistency because they might have to change their schedule, things happen, work goes over, kids get, just little things like that can change consistency, right? Not should it go this forever, right? But that's where the thin line between the choice and in the consistency of being consistent, right? Because things happen, but where you come back is where how you pull yourself back into getting back to being consistent. You don't just lay there and say, I'm okay, I got off track for 2 weeks now, I'm just not consistent. You know what I'm saying? But it is that little window of era or life that's lifing that can sometimes just teeter it a little bit. But you got to have
you off your day.
so you have to have the skill and ability to horn back in because it's important.
Like Earth said, I think discipline is one of them
Right.
things. Discipline
Yeah,
is
for
important.
sure.
You
That's
gotta
what
have
I'm
that
saying.
discipline.
He summed it up.
Yeah. Okay. Let me jump to something else, man. Let's jump to something else. I'm gonna start with my man. Could you marry someone that your friend smashed?
No.
Well, why not, sir? Just sex.
I'd rather not have my friend who would probably be around me and my wife, most likely, knowing exactly what I'm, I just think that that's something be on your mind, and I'd just rather not to deal with that, having that on my mind.
What if it was what was a long time ago?
I mean, if he's still my friend, no.
That's good. If he's still his friend, no. If it's not your friend, Herb, is it a yes?
Then yeah, if we don't if we're not friends and we ain't linking up or anything like that, then yeah. But yeah, I'm not about to just have someone that's smashed my wife just around, like we go out to dinner and he there, it then it's gonna make me think like, don't look at her a certain type of way, then it's like I know what you're looking for what you looking at.
Okay, what if your man's is married too though? What if he already got a girl?
That don't change anything.
Ooh.
Oh, shit.
Now listen.
Oh, shit. Okay.
You
Okay, I'm gonna
okay?
get off your- Yeah, they had me wrong. I wouldn't expect them to answer like that. I'm sorry. Q, I'm going to you now. I'm going to you. Could you marry? Could he put a ring on it with one of your friends that just smashed your man? Could you do it?
No, it's a hard no for me.
A hard no?
A hard no.
Not all the questions I asked her. What, it was a long time ago.
It's a boundary I could never cross.
What if no matter, basically no matter. I'm not even gonna go through it. You heard all the questions I asked. All of them, it don't matter.
It don't matter. It's a hard no.
Yeah. Man, white people be doing that all the time, man. Why white people be inviting their exes to their wedding?
No, yeah, that is true. Yes.
What's up with us? Why are we Ski? I'm not even gonna Ski. Let me go to you, babe. What's up? Can you marry someone that one of your, and when I mean your friend, I don't mean one of the, the people that you just see and be like, well, I'm talking about somebody that you got in your phone. She come to the house sometimes. Yeah, hang out, your friend.
First of all, hell to the motherfucking no. Okay. First of all, because I'm gonna beat a bitch ass.
Wait, what? For some shit she did a long time ago?
No, listen to what I said. I'm going to beat a bitch ass if she shows up fucking with a nigga who I fuck with. In period. In no period. I don't give a fuck if it was 6th grade. If you my circle and you my nigga. First of all, it's the girl code. Goddamn, it's respect too. So fucking no. And no and fucking no. 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 No.
Wow. Sanctify cutie pie, that leaves you. Are you able? Do you have the heart? Can you withstand? Could you marry someone that your friend already done smashed 10 years ago?
No.
Why not?
I know a dude who married a girl that all his friends smashed, and now he just don't come around everybody anymore. And I assume it's because of everything the first dude said, like the feelings that he probably got when he was bringing her around after they first got married. Shit was probably awkward. He probably thinking what they thinking when they look at her, that type
But he
shit.
knew that. Did he know that before he married her?
Well, now he just ghosted everybody. He don't even fuck with his friends no more. He
No. What I'm
wiped
saying is before
when
he
they all
married
turned
her.
out.
What I'm saying is, did he marry her and then find out, or he knew that and then still married her?
No, he knew, but also part what you said earlier, it was years before he married her, but still shit must have been weird because he literally doesn't come around.
Where's the logic in that? I mean, that's cool that you just chose your girl over your friends, I guess.
I don't think that's cool at all.
Yeah, I didn't want to embarrass a friend. He might be watching, but that's lame as hell. But if that's what he wants to do, that's what he wants to do. However, I don't see how he could he knew what he was getting himself into before doing it, and he still married her. Like, I don't. That's kind of corny to me.
Like, man up to that shit. You liked her, you married her, be out with her. Shit, that's the devil's part. Shit.
Yeah, I mean, if you knew that she smashed your friends and it didn't hurt you enough to still want to marry her, then I still think you should be hanging with your friend.
Right.
Unless you just don't trust your girl like that.
That part.
Amen. Sanctify QT.
Well, then why marry somebody you don't trust?
That banana good. That's the snatcher good.
Well, and they moved out of state. So clearly he was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna marry her, move her out of state so she can never mess with these motherfuckers.
She said that's the snatcher good. Bitch, that motherfucker cooking
That's a
looking.
smart man. That's a smart man.
Man, it's too much. Nigga,
if you can afford it, it ain't tricking if you got it.
put her on a house monitor then.
Yeah, get one of them leashes, them electric fence leashes on there. Get one of them. Bitch go too far, and then bitch start going like this. Don't you leave this house? You might as well do, what's that movie, White Snake Moan, with Samuel L. Jackson? Got that white bitch chained up at the house and shit. Go that route. All right, let's get to something serious. Okay, we passed that. Let me start with somebody. Let me start with you, Q. You're a mother. If one of your young children, and I mean like a teenager children, if you have any teenage children, if they carry a gun, are they no longer a kid, or should they be treated like an adult now if they carry a pistol, whether their parent knows or doesn't know? Like, Are they still looked at as a kid even though they have a gun?
I think you should always look at it as at a kid as a kid. I have another point to make regarding that. Their consequence is probably going to have to be different to teach them a lesson. But you have some adults that carry guns that are children.
Mm. Mm. That's true. That's true. But age makes it okay. So
A child shouldn't be carrying a gun at all. But listen, that consequence is it's got us by a chokehold right now.
And this question came from the child, the Chinese guy that shot the nigga over the water bottles and all that little young boy. And so and the stuff I started hearing from people made it seem like, well, he shouldn't have had a gun. If you had a gun, I bet you would have. And it's like, yeah, but just having a gun is one thing. But you're looking at people just because they have guns, then what are we doing here? Like, is he no longer a child even though he has a gun now? With a beam on it or whatever, the kids have with the dick on it and all that. Like you said, I think he's still a kid, but at the same time, this kid does have a nice weapon that's probably better than yours. What you think, Herb?
Hell no, you ain't no kid. You carrying around a strap. Hell no, you a grown ass man.
14, 15-year-old with a strap, you a grown up.
Obviously, you defending yourself from somebody ready to shoot somebody, so you a grown ass man, right? You might as well go pay some bills, go to work, go do something. If you feel brave enough to go out carry a gun, you're a grown ass man then. If you do something with that gun, that's on you. You better get some grown ass consequences.
Is he carrying or is he killing?
He's just carrying.
I don't care what it is. Carrying.
So if he's carrying, I said the consequence should fit. But however, if he's carrying, just because he's carrying a gun doesn't make him. It still makes him a child. His consequence would be different. But I get what you're saying. That if you have the nerve to carry it, but a lot of these children don't have nerves to carry it. That's not what they're carrying it for.
Okay.
But I get what you're saying.
You want to respond to that, Herb?
I mean, I guess I'm just taking it at a personal standpoint where myself, I do not understand the reason to carry a gun if you're not in that type of life to worry about your life. Right. I've been lucky enough, blessed enough that I haven't had to deal with any of those situations because I choose not to put myself in a situation. Wait, that's wrong. So I've been in some situations like that, but it wasn't to do with me. I was just in the area. It has nothing to do with me. I'm just in the area. I just move, take cover, I move on. Like, I have no reason to carry. I have no enemies that I know of. And if I do, they ain't going to come and try me. So I'm not, I don't know. I ain't been worried about nobody. So.
Are you a gun owner?
I don't know. Huh? Oh, no, I don't have a gun. Nope. Nah, I don't think I should get a gun.
No, I don't know. Star Tender, are you a gun owner? I'm sorry, fuck the fly cutie pie. I don't know why I called you Star Tender. Fuck the fly cutie pie. Are you a gun owner?
I am.
You are, okay. What do you think about this? If you see a 14-year-old carrying a gun, would you still look at them like, oh, look at those kids over there playing basketball with those guns in their jeans?
Yes, I would still look at them as kids.
Would you go play basketball with them?
First of all, how are they even carrying on a basketball court? How's it not falling out? No, I wouldn't go hoop with them.
Okay. Just asking. Ski, I want your opinion next, please.
I kind of feel like Herb a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because
I do too. I feel
with Herb a little bit because y'all, we wasn't even fucking crossing the street at fucking 14 without permission or knowing to be home before the lights came on because our parents considered that fucking grown and disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? And from that little shit, fucking not being home by the lights come on, we grown. You say a little bit, I want ketchup on the motherfucking hamburger. Who you talking back to? You ain't grown. You know what I'm saying? That was shit that our parents thought was grown. If my brother had a gun at 14, my brother wouldn't have made it to 48. He wouldn't have made it. It wouldn't have been no, nothing. Because you're acting like a grown-ass man, boy. You must say you ready to go to the ground or to the cage. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to say, I'm sorry because I'm just speaking from a parent, brothers, you know, and shit in real life. And also, I got to be a prosecutor one day. And I'm going to be fair. But young man, sweetheart, you know what this does, baby? So you went from teenager to adult because of these decisions of you wanting this gun here. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I just feel like because you're making a grown decision, you can't even buy one legally, baby. Why do you have one? And like Herb said, you got enemies. And thirdly, what is y'all doing that y'all even got to carry a gun? Y'all can't even get a work permit. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all ain't even doing what you call it? The student driving yet? Y'all ain't even taking driver's ed or nothing. Y'all got a gun? Y'all ain't got a license. Half of them ain't got an ID. Like you picking the grown shit that you shouldn't even be doing because you ain't even able, frontal lobe ain't developed or nothing, but you clearly ready to jump there. So I'm sorry. If you can rationally think that you can walk and have a gun on you, you're saying that you're ready to take adult consequences. And I will be fair with you for sure because you are a minor. But I'm going to make sure that you don't pick up a gun again until you're able to. And then probably, depending on how I give you these charges and this punishment, if you can even have a gun. So, yeah, I think you're not a kid no more with the gun. No, you're not a kid. So y'all pause?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just saying no.
No. Yeah, I really don't have nothing else on this topic.
We're double O though.
Yeah.
I think you might have dropped his signal. Hold on, I'll go to
I think he's probably letting other people in. Look like. But yeah, I mean, yeah, this with the gun, I think it's kind of crazy. Like I got nephews and they 15 and 17. I saw them with the gun. I think, yeah, I slap them up.
What do you think, Keon?
So.
How old are we talking?
14.
How old are these kids?
14.
14 with a gun? He a kid. What the fuck his parent at? 14 with a gun. That's what the hell we need to be figuring out. And what environment he in. Some of these, look, I know kids, I've seen kids that's 13 with guns and 12-year-old with guns, and I don't agree with it. I think they still kids, but a lot of these kids be in poor environments, in project areas and stuff like that. Well, they can't even go outside without their daddy gun or their uncle gun just to go to the corner store to get a Fago.
But is somebody shooting at them or they just the environment? Because if somebody's not shooting at you, you're just caring for the environment and a stray go out nowhere and now you're shooting back, now you're making enemies.
That's why I asked, is he shooting or is he just carrying? Because a lot of these young cats or young dudes or young men is what I want to call them. They're carrying because of the environment they're in, but this is not knowing how to handle environment situations because our generation of parents, I'm 47, our generation of parents, parenting is not what we grew up on. It's certain things that I could not do that my mother and father I wouldn't even dare to do. My brothers wouldn't dare to do. And so we don't, I said this, I think a while ago, our children in this day and time, they don't fear their parents. And I keep saying at some point when you have children, there is some fear they should have in them when dealing with their parent. And that'll stop a whole lot of it. Because if you know that you can't come home to me and go out here in this world and do bad, and I won't reprimand you, you're going to keep doing it. If I reprimand you, well, you're going to second think it. You're going to second guess that thing.
But this my thing too, though. I get that part, but these little motherfuckers is roguish. Let's keep it fucking funky here tonight.
Yeah.
These little kids is not fucking acting like 14-year-olds. These little motherfuckers 13 and 12 and shit. These motherfuckers is acting like they're grown. These motherfucking little kids ain't little kids. Like when we was 13, our 13 ain't they 13. These little people are motherfucking atrocious.
It is a different generation. So you're right about that. It's a different generation of kids.
They're definitely out of pocket. For sure.
They are, but you have to, but again,
hold on, but I wasn't done yet. They're creating their environments too, though, because they all in these fucking social media platforms. Y'all got these pistols, y'all brandishing guns, all this shit. Y'all throwing up gang signs and shit. Go to fucking school. You been touring for 90 fucking days. You ain't been to school, nigga. You got 7th grade credits, nigga. You not even going to middle school or nor high school. You know what I'm saying? So they're creating. So you need those pistols because your raggedy ass writing a check your ass probably can't cash with these motherfucking left and right. And y'all on these motherfucking platforms and going live and streaming and shit. All this gangster shit that your mom and daddy or whoever the fuck you seen doing it or TV, whoever. Y'all writing checks y'all can't cash on these internets. So they creating the environment. I get it that they from the ghetto. I lived in the ghetto. It ain't where you stay, it's how you stay. It's what you keep your head glued to. But we wasn't creating no motherfucking ruckus either. You know what I'm saying?
We handle things that it was different for us.
Ruckus. These motherfucking children is creating ruckus. We wasn't doing that shit. These little motherfuckers ain't just getting attacked. These little motherfuckers ain't just getting attacked. These little motherfuckers, I'm just saying, I love the children, I love the kids, but we gotta call these kids what the fuck they doing. That's the problem. These parents is calling.
They need to be reprimanded.
Reprimanded shit.
They need to be reprimanded. You're dealing with They do. They need to be reprimanded. And if that's a part of them getting their behinds whooped, that's what they need. That's called reprimanding. So at the end of the day, we're dealing in a generation of children that are different, and you have to learn as a parent how to handle the generation. And if you don't understand how to handle the generation, you're going to end up with the same problem. Can't no kid come in my home at 14 or any other age, even if you grown, you can't come in my home and rule it. You can't come in my home and tell me what to do. I am your parent and you will do what I say do. And until you have parents like that, these kids will run amok us. And I'm done.
Let you know.
You know,
it's definitely both ways. But a child cannot be an adult unless you let them. And you can't come over here ruling nothing.
I agree with you with that, but you know,
you can't come over here ruling nothing.
This generation, this economy, these jobs, no jobs, education, going from this to that. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of parents that do work. I'm not saying.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? I honestly feel like it's a lot of parents do put their fucking foot on them kids' necks. But now you got CPS, DPS, the fucking school counselor. You got the fucking internet meddling in your motherfucking business when you go live. If you got a problem, motherfuckers calling because you don't see nothing but this 3-minute ass clip for this motherfucker or this whatever, or me saying this shit chopped and screwed. So it's always public perception too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's more parents that is telling these little motherfuckers something versus not. But I also think parents don't have no safeguard no more, because it's like the children get to the situation to tell the public or the government or the social worker first, you the bad motherfucker because I've been reprimanding your ass. Now I gotta go to drug classes, this and that. They want to come in, I gotta go through with all this other shit because I'm trying to tell you ain't gonna have this shit in my house. I'm trying to tell you can't come in here at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm trying to tell you why you got a gun, why you got all this shit. Then I'm the bad parent, you know what I'm saying? And then now you on the streets terrorizing this motherfucker because you can't do it in here. It's like the parents to me don't have enough outlet with the kids because they have to jump through too many hoops when they acting bad. You know what I mean? When they acting out at school and going to alternative schools and getting out of pocket, parents got to go through 25 hoops to get the child somewhere without being arrested. Why ain't there situations where parents can take children places and really have an effective way to getting them some help before they get a fucking DOC? That's because the big problem.
Everybody has to make money.
This is the one part that we're
everybody has to be paid.
Who is that talking?
This is me. So one thing that we're missing about is that after talking to a lot of people who are work for CPS or teachers in the school system, what's sad to say, we want to blame the parents, which, yeah, we should. That's what we should do. Sadly, most of these kids, they don't have parents. Most of these kids, they're living in an apartment complex where their parents left them, or they live with their grandparents who are too old and don't have the energy to even do anything.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if you, we can go back and look at all the videos. Okay, let's not count. So let's look back at all the videos of some kids where you're like, where the parents at? And the parents never did an interview. They're not there, or they're in a foster care or something like that, where the people they're just getting a paycheck. They're not really even watching that series. I'm
Right.
not saying everyone in foster care do that. I'm just saying there are a lot more kids who are in trouble in their environment, meaning they don't have no guidance. They're literally living there with their brothers and sisters, and they took over because their mom left or their daddy left, and they went out of state and they never came back.
Mm-hmm.
There are, I know that happened back in the day, but I believe there is an epidemic right now where there are kids who are living by themselves, with a bunch of group of kids, or more kids that are in foster care or with CPS than we actually think. And people are just not bringing that up because the system is so broken down. That's why you see so many kids come out missing, missing. So many kids are missing because they're out here just running the streets. And I ain't just talking. I'm just talking about all of them doing everything. That's what's happening in our. That's what we're looking at. That's why, jump into this real quick, and I'm gonna jump out. That's why kids are easy going when the Epstein files come out. And you don't see nothing about these kids, and you don't hear nothing about that.
Wake up, nigga.
This is what the situation that we're dealing with. A lot of kids just don't have homes, or the homes they're staying at are abandoned and stuff like that. That's why they're not going to school. They ain't got no one to tell them to do anything. That's why they got guns, because they feel like that's the life they got to live anyways, because no one is around. And like I said, even if they are in foster care CPS, a lot of that time the kids aren't getting the focus because there's so many kids in the house. 50% of those people are just getting a paycheck and like are making sure they're fed. How many stories you heard about kids being not fed in the basement in cages and stuff by these foster parents? There's so many stories like that coming out. So that's just one thing a lot of people aren't talking about, but I think it's a huge epidemic that's going on that people are just laying under the radar, and they was letting it lay under the radar because Epstein. Let me just say that, because Epstein. All right, because of all that.
There's an answer for all things. There's a right answer for all things. And however we decide of why a 14-year-old would be carrying a gun, we know it's not right. But there could be many reasons of why the child is. That's why I said he's still a child if he carries. His consequence will be an adult. I'm done. What are we waiting on?
I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead, Skay. You read the net.
It says how important are grandparents in raising kids. That's the next subject.
I believe I'll go ahead and go first. So I think grandparents are very important, but I think they're more important when they teach their wisdom that they know, all the things that they've learned, and they're tapping into giving it and passing it down. The great things that they know, they're just their effective wisdom. I think they're very important, but I think that we're just in a bad time right now. You don't see too many grandparents that are able now to do that. And then you have, sometimes you look around and you have younger grandparents who are younger than maybe 30. So it's a big gap, but I think that grandparents are very much needed.
Yeah, I agree. I would definitely say grandparents are definitely important. But I would say they're important as long as the parents are still alive. The grandparents are there and the parents aren't there, then it just kind of defeats the purpose. Because the grandparents can't do grandparent stuff and be parents to the kids. But basically grandparents is just there for one. If the parents are there, they're for the un agave love, just the unconditional love, just to keep giving the kids because they don't always love their grandbabies more than they love their regular kids. This is how it is. So they saw the next generation, and you having that, showing that extra love, just it shows. I would say more appreciation. The kid will show more appreciation, and along with that, that wisdom comes. You can teach the parents. You can teach. They teach their kids on raising their kids. I mean, of course, you're going to have, different ideas of, that's why it's kind of a problem when people say, don't tell me how to raise my kid or whatever. I get it. You don't like when grandparents say whatever, but you don't have to come back at them like that. Take it, take notes. If it don't work, it don't work. If you don't deal with it, then just don't deal with it. But that wisdom is still there. You should always pocket that wisdom because you never know, it might be needed in a different situation or times change at a different age. So I always think grandparents are important for the unconditional love and the wisdom that they give to grandkids and their kids when they're raised as parents.
I agree with Q and you are, but I think grandparents are very vital to the grandkids. I'm a grandma. I have two grandgirls. I'm a GG, and I do agree with being a grandparent when the parents are present and around, because I'm a GG and I have to tell my daughter that a lot. Like, I am the adult and I am the sound one. We're together and I'm handling it, but I love being a GG, meaning I get to do the spoiling, I get to do the fun stuff, I get to just be a GG. You know what I'm saying? But I do go into mom mode, which grandma mode, right? To where I have to reinforce what my daughter's saying, and what rules she put in and stuff like that. I don't go outside the grain with that, unless it's just something, I'm Gigi, I'm gonna override it because it's totally disrespectful, totally out of pocket, totally, what I'm saying, out of their character. Then I'll definitely go into back disciplinary and to them. But 90% of the time I'm Gigi. We're, enjoying ourselves and making memories and stuff like that. But the only thing sometimes I would say about grandparents, if the grandparents ain't in alignment with the parents, that can be a problem. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not saying that the parents have to agree. The parent, grandparent, and the parent or whoever got to agree per se on everything, but it still should be like unspoken rules, that the both of them adhere to. You know what I'm saying? Because again, that's your grandchild, but that's your son or daughter's child. You know what I'm saying? You have to respect their boundaries with certain stuff, from what they do, what they can listen to, what they're able to eat. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes grandparents can say, well, your mama ate or your daddy did this or whoever, and kind of bend that. And we as grandparents and and parents, but definitely grandparents, have to be mindful of that, because I have some other friends who are GGs as well, and we've had these conversations, and then when I say, but what about blah 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 and how she does it, and it's like blah blah blah, and I'm like, I have to tell them, like, I understand our methods, what we did with their parent and whatever their parents, but this is the new parent, and that's what they're telling us what they want. We don't get to trump what they want. You know what I'm saying? If it's not harming and deafening to the child, you know what I'm saying? So I would say that's that thin line with grandparents, you know what I'm saying, being around the children and being vital, as long as they in alignment with the parent has laid as the foundation. What about you, Keon? Or Punctified Cutie Pie?
I don't have kids, but my grandparents played a vital role in me coming up as a kid. So I would definitely say that they are important.
You ain't got to explain anything if you don't got kids. I ain't got no kids. But on a perspective, like, I would see grandparents as even like I know I'm an uncle, so I try to definitely be the fun one. We go do stuff or whatever. But then I'm also hey, we ain't doing that. We don't do that over here. Like, go ahead, like we can have fun, but let's go ahead and stop playing. That's the same way with grandparents. And I definitely agree with Ski, because there is that borderline where I'll make sure I don't cross. As an uncle, like, I'm not your daddy. I'm just here. I'm your uncle. I'm here to give you support, some advice, but I ain't here to smash on whatever they teach you or anything like that. I'll probably teach you, something different. If I'm interfering with what they got going on, I'm gonna contact them. It's like, hey, y'all do this, or like make sure I ain't confusing them in they little area. So you gotta have that understanding when you're not the parent. It's okay to still give advice to the kid, but it's not okay to try to override what the parents are teaching their kids.
Right.
What about you? Who do this 317?
Um, I don't know, man. Grandparents. I feel like grandparents these days are just younger and still trying to live their life and working and doing this and that. I feel like, from my own experience, my grandparents were older. They were really into church. They instilled a lot of like morals and different lessons we've learned into us. And they had the time to take with us to really spend time and like mold us and instill certain things that are vital to life. But I feel like grandparents these days are younger and they're trying to catch up on things. Maybe they had their children when they were younger. Everybody's, not retired yet, so they're still working and they have lives, and it's just not, they don't have this, a lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of them don't have the same time or spend the same time with their grandchildren like our grandparents did. And also my grandparents were born in the 20s, so they kind of like
Damn.
were on the edge of slavery. They know what it's like to pick cotton, and they told us, we learned a lot. We've heard a lot of stories, and um I don't know. I don't feel like the experience is the same, but I will say with my mother specifically and my children, when I speak about my grandparents, I'm talking about her mother and father. She instills a lot of the same things that they instilled in me into my children. So she's passing that along. So I do appreciate that. But for the most part, everybody's still young and kind of outside and doing their thing. And they just really don't have the time to sit down and be grandparents like how our grandparents were.
I agree with that. I agree. I think back in the day, who your grandparents was. They wasn't doing nothing but going to the store and coming right back home. That was it.
Exactly.
So if you ever called them, you knew where to find them. But now, like you said, grandparents still working, not retired or whatever the case may be. It's just a different time. I remember my grandmother was 80 something when she passed, and she still was working. So she just wanted to keep moving. So I don't know. I don't know. But let me ask y'all this question: when it comes to this situation with grandparents, whose obligation is it to reach out? Is it the grandparents' obligation to reach out to the grandkids, or the grandkids supposed to reach out to the grandparents?
I think it should be a mutual thing. I mean, especially, I mean, when they're younger, they don't have a phone and they don't really have that access. And I think the grandparent and the parent, should keep in contact. I think it should be mutual from the, you know what I'm saying? And everybody, and be mindful of people's lives and schedules and stuff. But the grandparent isn't, if the grandparent is instrumental and very hands on. I feel like update or a call should be something that you want to give. But I think neither the grandparents should be overbearing with it. You know what I'm saying? But I think that it should be mutual until the grandchild gets old enough to have their own relationship with the grandparent. You know what I'm
What would
saying?
be, because I keep hearing y'all talk about it. What would be? I mean, and I don't want to sound crazy. I just didn't have like a close relationship with a grandparent. And so, like, I was that guy when people like y'all be like, yeah, I'm over my grandparents' house hanging out. Like, yeah, you hang out with your grandmother? Like, what?
Yes.
That's what I'm
What?
saying.
My
Them
grandparents damn
stories,
near
those
raised
stories.
me.
Listen, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
what?
Listen. I thought that shit was weird, but then I found out I'm the weird one.
Yeah,
Like,
we
Hey,
it's
news.
like all of y'all.
Grandparents are the shit. I wish
Right.
that you would have had that experience.
So when it comes to like, I would say, I know for a while when I was a kid, I got two sets of grandparents. So I got two sets of grandparents. Well, actually
Super.
three, because one divorced and one got remarried. So I got three really. And when I was a kid, we always spent a lot of time going to my grandparents. Not that I was asking. My mom was sending them over there because she was asking, my grandma was saying, I want to see them. So she would go over there. Then later, when I got to like probably say 14, I really started to saying, hey, can I go over there? Can I go to my grandma's house, stay over there? We stay over there in the summertime, you know, uh, until my grandma moved here back into the city. So me, I mean, I think it transitions into you want to spend time, you want to see your grandma. I mean, some people life gets too much where sometimes they get distracted. Like even now, I don't talk too much on the phone to my grandma right now. I mean, I go see her like once a week though. Um,
Mm, mm, mm.
uh,
Do
at
better.
least
Do better,
once,
Herb. Do better.
at least. Well, listen, man, I got my family's huge, bro. I got two grandmas that in the same city, so I try to see them once a week. I work a lot. They go to bed early, so so it's kind of hard to hit everybody when one's on the north side, one's on the west side. So, um, but saying all that, it's really a transition on how your parents and their grandparents relationship is, and really how your parents is. Because even when my parents, when my mom and her mom wasn't seeing eye to eye, I still saw it. Like it didn't stop me from seeing my grandma or anything like that. So a lot of people just aren't, I would say, aren't instilling family values or just to really keep that going. When I'm saying like the grandma's there as a kid, then it transitions. She understands that the kid got busy with school, play sports, and then now the kid wants to see the grandmother more now because it's been a while. You know, he got some free time. He wants to see her, and he wants to visit just to hang out with her for a little bit on the weekend or something like that. Sometimes people just don't have that relationship though. But you know,
Right. 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 Like I said, I found out I
because
was.
hey, back in the day, as a kid, I used to wrestle my grandma. Like we used to
Damn.
wrestle. Yeah, my grandma was active. My grandma
How
was
old was
active.
your grandmother?
Now she was a young grandma. Now she's like 70. I think she's
Okay.
70.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I think she's 70. Yeah,
She like my mother's age, so yeah, it's still a young grandmother.
yeah, she's like 71. Yeah, 71.
Yeah, that's
Can,
crazy. That's crazy enough.
Yeah,
can,
Go ahead.
that was when she was like 50, 48, 50 years old, something in her 50s, which is crazy. Like, I seen her flex my brother, which was crazy.
can I speak on the obligation part real quick?
Please,
Um,
please do,
and,
please do, because
and
I want
this
to
is
get into this.
just, and I feel like this is just for adults, period. I hate, it makes me cringe to hear fathers, mothers, grandparents say, oh, well, they don't call me and we'll come on. Like, children are naturally self-centered individuals that if they weren't, they wouldn't survive. That is how they survive. They come into this world with that instinct as infants. They are naturally a self-centered people. um and so I feel like I don't know. I hate to hear grown people say that. You are the adult. If you reach out to the child, they're not going to reject you. Like I have a stepdaughter. I don't call her all the time and she definitely don't call me all the time. But if I reach out to her, she's going to fill me in, update me. We're going to pick up where we left off. Blah, blah. She's just living her life. She's in college. She's working. Things are new and she's, living her life. But I hate when adults get mad at children or get upset and say, well, they don't call me or they don't reach out. They're kids. If they're on your mind, why don't you just reach? You're the adult.
Well,
Just
let me
reach
say
out
this.
to
Let me
them.
let me say this, and I'm gonna let you respond right back. Because I've done my own little itty bitty research, right? What I realized is
Mhm.
this: there's the generation gap. When I ask younger parents, they usually say it's up to the grandparents. And when I say younger, I mean from like 50 down, right? But when you
Mhm.
ask older generation of people, they say it's up to the kids to reach out to the grandparents. And so I remember being a single mother, my mother just being like, "Hey, have you spoke to your grandmother?" I'm like, "No, for what? What am I calling her for? What the fuck? It ain't her birthday, and you know." I mean, she's like, "Hey, you need to call your grandmother." I'm like, "For what? Why? What am I calling for?" So I think it's up to the parent, like you said, to put that in the kid to make the kid do it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Or the grandparents as well, because like I said, you're older, you've lived your life, you may be retired or you may be on the verge of it, you're not doing as much, and these kids they're in and out, they're doing this, they're going to school, they're going to work, they're hanging out with friends. You're not at the forefront. Not that it's not that they don't love you or they don't care about you, but you're not at the forefront of their mind. So if I have a grandchild, or even my kids, I got a kid that's getting ready to be 18. When she go off to college, she ain't gonna be thinking, "Oh, let me call mama and check." No, I'm going to be calling her. I'm gonna check in. Hey, what you got going on? Whatever. And my mother does the same thing. So I
So,
don't
but since
know.
you
That's
know that,
just.
shouldn't you? Again, my mother would say, "Hey, you need to call your grandmother."
Yeah, my
I
mom
mean,
just
I don't do it because I'm sorry, my mother just already does it, so I don't feel obligated because my parents, they just do it. They reach out.
Okay.
well, I agree with you a little bit. Who don't? I agree with you a little bit. But I would say on that part, just I mean, sometimes grandparents probably just don't reach out because if they reach out, they call you at the wrong time. You say, "Oh, I'm busy. I'll call you later." And then what if you forget you don't call her or whatever like that? That stings on grandparents. They already probably by themselves at home. No one probably really comes visit them anyways. So when that something like that happens, they probably feel some type of way. So that's probably why
Yeah.
I think it's a fear of rejection, or that they probably won't reach out too much,
But let me.
or
I'm,
probably just not even that. As long as we're busy with our own life, it's probably something else. I just really haven't thought about it of their own thing, but I would say, from my conclusion, I would say it's probably come towards
I want to
especially
say.
as the kids get older. As the kids get older.
I want to say this to you, Jess, though, about about the grandparents reaching out and the kids is on their own thing and living their life, which is cool, right? But also, what people don't talk about, those kids that are busy call us when they want shit. You know what I mean? When they want the this and the that, they call grandma. They call papa. You want to come be nice to me? I don't like that shit. I'm a grandma. My granddaughter is about to be 12 next month, and we've had these conversations because I'm the sneakerhead granny, right? So, we talk, communicate, whatever. But she goes weeks without saying anything, and sometimes I don't even answer my reply, right? When I text her, because she's 11. I guess she's super busy, right? But she know how to talk to me when she want them drawers to come out on Saturday. She makes sure
I,
she
I got some for that ski.
you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, these kids, they y'all don't be busy, too busy when y'all want something though. They know how to come over and get dropped off and water some plants and some other shit. So I just feel like you can do all
But
that. Go ahead, I'm
ski,
listening.
listen to this. I've heard that before, and I'm like, but our kids don't even, we live in the same house and they don't call us unless they want something. That's what kids do. Like I said, that's that self-centeredness. When I need
Yeah,
you,
they
I
gotta get
know
woke
that I
from
can
that.
call on you.
Listen, because we
So,
adults, but Chaz, listen, we adults who do show up
because
and
we
drop.
call on God when we need him. How many times do you just, and not you specific, but just you in general, like people,
But
most people
I'm talking from
aren't
experience.
just, there are some that do, but most people don't have a regular relationship where they just talk to God. This is if you are a believer. But when you need something or some shit's
I
going
I
wrong and
talk
you know
I
you
talk
need
I
somebody you
talk
can
to
trust and depend on.
no, because when you do that, so listen, when you don't lean to God and you call him when you just in the jam, it fall on deaf ears. Cause he ain't listening to that. Cause you ain't been saying nothing to him. I don't care what nobody say they believe. If you don't seek him in his word and seek his understanding and guidance, and you only call him when you in a bind, Nate, baby, that's on deaf ears, baby. So he's not hearing that. I'm just keeping P with you. He ain't even hearing that no way. So for me as a GG, I prefer, because I'm very consistent with mine, right? So when mine called me, you know what I mean, on the J's, and I want this and that, and I look at my text message, and it's just like, ain't what's up, GG? How you doing? Because I didn't good morning you. Hey, good baby, have a great day. But when you can make the time to call me to say, hey, the Jordans come out, I want the this, I want to do that.
baby, the same time you missed over my good morning from 4 weeks ago. You missed over my little gift I sent you. You know what I'm saying? So you can ask me for Starbucks and get school. You want something from the concession? My daddy taught me that's being a user. You don't do that. You teach your children to chill with people even when you don't want nothing. Even when you don't nothing. That's why when you walk in the house, you say fucking hello. Or you say good morning. I don't give a fuck if you ain't sleep with them last night. You went in their home. You seeing them for the first time today. Speak. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of, to me, I'm old school with that. Like, you cannot.
That's got to be taught though. That's got to
No.
be taught though. Can't come out of nowhere.
I mean, it got to be taught. Yeah, I get that's what I'm saying. It needs to be taught. Because that's disrespectful to us as the grandparent. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we don't have a problem doing it, but it's just like, teach your kid that, because to somebody else, that'll be usury. Somebody else would look at that as being, you know, a user or being greedy.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
So let me ask you this: are you the grandparent that like goes to all the sporting events? You don't miss graduations? Are you just the grandparent that, like you said, buy sneakers and have fun?
no, I'm the grandma to do everything. I've been rocking and rolling since came out the womb. I'm that GG. You know what I'm saying? I shows up, baby. Anybody know me? I'm there front row. I've been a grandma since 32. I'm about to be 45. Okay, so I've been. You know, this is my first. So you know, I'm the head in, but I'm trying to teach her to quit doing that because it's not cool and it's not a good look right now at 11, about to be 12, because it's not a good look. I mean, that's just my take. I mean, it's, you know, we're gonna do what we're gonna do, but we like to feel appreciated. We like to be thought of. We like to be, you know, thought of before you need them Christmas and birthdays and the emergency monies and whatever you might need. You know, we just want a hello. We don't want nothing. We don't want nothing more than how you doing, Granny, or how your day. You know, we don't want nothing. And I don't want to hear that shit when you calling me for them Jordans. I don't want to hear that shit when you need this new backpack or you want this new backpack, because you know, because that's not a good character trait.
My grandmother used to send me like $5 in a birthday. She used to mail it. She used to mail me a birthday card with like $5 in it.
Right, because that's what we're gonna do. It don't care what it is. We're gonna acknowledge your day. We're gonna manage your success, your celebration.
Why she mail me $5? Cause she lives in Indianapolis. She lived in Indianapolis. She lived like 5 minutes.
I know. Right.
They just get up and go see you, bro. She old, bro. She trying to feel at home. She ain't got the energy to be going up, visiting people all the time.
She had the energy to get an envelope and a sticker.
No, she had that at the crib already.
Got that for her.
She had it at home already.
Right.
Yep.
She had that, bro. She got that. She got that after she left church. I'm telling you.
There's something sentimental.
My grandmother sold Avon until she died. She's an Avon seller, but she didn't want to sit still.
Well, what do you want? Some blush?
Yeah, but old school people, yeah, they want to mail it to you. It's the sentiment ahead. They wrote in that birthday card with
they got that
ink
pen.
pen,
They put it in that
and they
card.
put a physical $5 bill in it and mailed it to you. That takes like you said, you gotta go get the stamp, you gotta go get the envelopes, you had to pick out the card, you probably had to get some cash out just to put the $5 in there. Like, there was still effort put into it. And who doesn't like opening a card? I don't know if you share the same sentiments, but with a handwritten little note in it and some money.
I'm gonna leave it on your side in double O.
It's so ungrateful.
It was 20 out of the food. And I'm like, yeah, bro, take that 20.
Yeah, because like you said, and like you said, who don't follow me? You just said the excitement of getting that envelope in the mail. Like, oh, okay, oh my, oh.
Hey, bro,
really?
but you know $5 back in the day was
I take it back. I take it back, y'all. I take it back. It was a check. She would send me $5 in a check. That's what it was. She was.
Now the bit had called grandma and got mad about that check. Now, grandma, don't be mailing me no damn check.
You gotta deposit that into your account, Doc.
A check, cuz.
This is like, but still, this
And
is
you know,
like,
my mother would tell me, Mama, well, she just do that so you get a bank account, make you get a bank account.
Right, deposit that into your bank account, Doc. Don't get that thing cash.
I'll see you Sunday, Grandma. Give me the $5 at church.
nah, that's gonna go to the plate. No, she getting that $5 in church is going to the plate. That's why you better take that mail.
Man, okay. Let me. I want to ask y'all this on this grandparent thing too, because it's a thing where kind of hits close to home with just me and two people I know. You know what I mean? And so, what do you think there's a like a detriment to not having your grand? Like, do you think a kid could turn out different? You know how they say, "Oh, his daddy wasn't around," or his such and such wasn't around, so that's why he act like this or whatever. You think that goes with grandparents too, or you think it's just like, yo, you're gonna be who you're gonna be with your grandparents, and like grandparents don't play that big a role?
I think it depends on the family dynamic that the mother or father was brought up in. You know what I mean? Depending on, how much the parent depended on the grandparent or the parents, you know what I'm saying? How instrumental they was in the children and, cultivating, that space for he or she. And I think it depends to me on that, just because if you have a person who has a child whose parents aren't close, who don't have the parents, right? So they don't have really that village in the sense of the mom dad dynamic or the whoever, that dynamic to even go over there.
Did you play sports, Ski?
I did. I ran track and I did cheerleading and
would you be mad if your grandparents didn't show up to your track meet?
Sometimes if they ain't tell me they couldn't make it, I'd be a little disgruntled.
So they would come like on the regular?
Yeah.
Oh snap. Who don't follow me? Did you play sports?
I didn't, but I do have pictures and things from when there were like grandparents' day or different things where your families were supposed to be present at school. My grandparents.
I ain't asked all that. Irv, did you play any sports?
I said what I said.
That's what we do.
I mean, I never expected my grandparents to show up. If they did, I mean, cool. That'd be, hey, that's lit. But I never expected them to show up though. If I let them know though. Like even now when I go, I be forgetting though. That's another thing because they want to come. Like even now, like when I go play my rugby games, they be like, "Oh, let us know when it is." I always forget to tell them. But they show up every now and then though. But I never made it a big deal though.
Funkified Cutie Pie, you over there quiet. Did you play any sports?
I did.
Did your grandparents like come to the games or?
They lived 2 hours away.
Just a yes or no question. Did they come to the games or no?
Sometimes.
Why do women got to do this, sir? Why do they got to do this?
Well, because they would come to the important games, or sometimes they would just drive up and surprise me.
So they made their way to come see you play sometimes, but not like on the regular.
Yeah, especially like sectionals, regionals, definitely.
So like if you looked up in the crowd and they wasn't there, would you be like, "Oh no, my grandparents ain't there. I ain't gonna have a good game"?
No, not on the regular. No.
Gotcha. Okay. Q, you play any sport?
Not sports, but I have sung all of my life.
I heard that. So if they had like a party, for example, if you like to have fun, and your grandparents didn't show up, would you be like, "Man, why the fuck my grandparents ain't? I wanted them here." They didn't. Would it piss you off that they wasn't there?
No, I'm a mama and daddy type of person. I wouldn't really trip if no one else was there, because my mother and father had to be.
Got you. That's what was important. Okay.
I wasn't crying about it, but I showed like the fact that they made their way down memory lane to show up.
I got a question.
No, I think that's dope.
Did y'all ever like go to your grandparents' house and stay and like play games with them all the time? Like, or just
Yes.
game
We
night?
played Yahtzee and
Yes.
Cards, spades.
Because I'm just making sure, because I don't think people do that no more. That's why I was asking. I don't think they do that no more.
No, that's not what we do nowadays. I don't think. Not too much.
I mean, because in my family, we still do that today. We still go to my grandma's house late at night, playing card games and stuff, drinking and just having a good time.
You be drinking with your grandmother?
No.
Leave this man alone.
No, I'm about to say this nigga family lit.
I did back in the day, but not anymore. I did back in the day, not anymore though.
Nigga, that's dope. Again, when niggas would tell me stories like that, I'd be like, man, y'all niggas is weird. Y'all hang with your grandparents.
Listen,
but then the more people I spoke to, I spoke to like 10 people, everybody was like, nigga, yeah, I love my grandmother. Yeah, I'm like, oh, I'm the weird one. What's wrong with me?
Yeah, bro, my family, we tight as a glove, bro. Tight as a glove.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. No, that's great. Q, you got something to say on that? You like you had something to say, like you wanted to.
Listen, I love it. I said, leave that man alone now.
Oh, okay. Okay, last topic of the night. This might get rowdy, this might not. Y'all know about Austin Metcalf. We're just gonna wrap it up with this. Y'all know about Austin Metcalf. Y'all know about Carmelo Anthony. We ain't even gonna talk about Carmelo Anthony, aka the watermelon felon, is what they're calling him. I think that's hilarious.
What?
Yeah, the watermelon felon is what they're calling this nigga. I think that's
Who's
crazy.
calling him that? That's wild.
The Austin Metcalf's dad called him the watermelon felon.
The dad is.
Okay. So that's why he got to see. Listen, he said it wasn't a race thing, but called him watermelon felon. Just call him a felon.
Like, watermelon felon.
You already said this wasn't a race thing. You gonna bring a watermelon? Like, come on, you know what you doing, bro? That's crazy.
So when it comes to the watermelon felon and was in Austin Metcalf, I'm gonna start with you, Irv. Was Austin Metcalf in the wrong for even jumping out his way to come check him to get out that tent? Was he wrong for that?
Is it? I mean, yeah. I mean, I would say yeah. I mean, I'm only saying just. I would say anybody. That's like your coworker coming up to you trying to check you, and it's like, hey, my boss, what are we doing? Like, as a kid, I just don't. I mean, as a kid, I don't know why you just go get the coach. Like, hey, you ain't supposed to be. Like, if I knew if like he wasn't supposed to be there or whatever, and I knew that. I mean, personally, me, I wouldn't care. I would have said that. I'd be chilling out my business. But if I did say something, I'd go to them like, hey, you ain't supposed to be here, like so, or whatever. Then I'd be like, all right, I'd leave the situation. Like, hey, coach, so-and-so is at the tent. Is he supposed to be in here? It's really that simple.
Yeah. It seemed like he had something to prove to him. Like, you're going to move because I told you to move type thing, not because you're not supposed to be here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I let other people go because I got a deeper thought than that. I ain't trying to go on.
Oh, we'll go back to you, ski lady. Before you, I know you over there.
Shut up. I'm with her though. I think that he was wrong because like you didn't have to do that. Like he said, you could have got authority. You know what I'm saying? You could have just, first of all, you could have minded your fucking business and just found somewhere to fucking sit. Let's get that clear. You could have just got under the tent and found you an open spot or made you an open spot that wouldn't have nobody in the seat. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so yes. And secondly, like you talking to somebody you don't even know. You don't even know this man. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't know this boy from a can of paint. You don't know if he's gonna slap the shit out of you or do anything to you. You know what I'm saying? And I think if he just would have, de-escalated it like he said, like Herb said, like, I would, but he should have never said anything to that man.
To cut you off, to push back. It's not that he didn't know if he was going to slap him or what he was going to do to him. He had the size advantage on him. I don't think he.
I was being funny with that.
Oh, okay.
I was being funny. No, I'm just saying, but just in general, like myself, I'm like, I'm not gonna go nowhere and just be like, hey, move, or hey, go to Starbucks and say, hey, you ain't, you know what I mean? You ain't in the line or just whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just going to keep my mouth and like he said, sit to myself and, wait for the line or go around or, you know what I mean? If it's that much of a problem, go get some authority. You know what I mean? Because you have really no right to even demand nothing from him. You don't even know him. You're not authority. You're a student.
And so I believe the story is the other brother was getting into it with him first, right? And then it was almost like, hey, hey, Austin, tell him, damn it, tell him to move. I told him he ain't listen to me. Now you tell him type shit. To where they said he came all the way down the bleachers type shit to come check Melo, right? So yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty wild. But basically, you're saying you agree with Irv.
Yes.
Funkified Cutie Pie. What about you, ma'am? Do you think Austin Metcalf is wrong for just stepping to Carmelo Anthony in the first place, playing the authority figure? Mic check. Think we lost her. Okay. I think Funkified Cutie Pie was on here. I think we lost her. But Q, since you're back on, let me get to you. Was Austin Metcalf in the wrong for stepping to Carmelo Anthony the way he did?
From what I've heard, the way he did it, his delivery and approach was not correct. But I also heard that the coach had gave him leadership leadership, made him leader. And I just believe he received the title and he took it the wrong way. I also think that he took a gamble and didn't know that he was taking a gamble on his life. I'll end it there.
Mm. Mm. Rest in peace. Rest in peace to the Metcalf.
Yeah.
One of the Metcalfs. Funk the Fuck Cutie Pie, you there? Did you want to answer this question? Do you think Austin Metcalf was in the wrong by stepping to Carmelo Anthony as the authority figure, telling him, "Hey man, you need to get the hell out of this tent, man, before I put you out this tent," basically?
I don't know. I need more of the backstory.
Did you just get out of prison?
No, I mean like from witnesses. I need to hear their statements.
Oh, that's not gonna happen.
Okay.
Did you say you need to hear their statements to decide?
From what the statements are saying is that again the other brother, what's his name? I don't remember the other one's name.
Hunter.
But yeah, Turner.
Hunter
Metcalf was the first one that he was getting into it with, telling him he doesn't need to be there, and then his brother Austin came down the bleachers to double check him for him to move because Melo didn't want to move. Who are you? Like Earth said, who the hell are you? And from what I also heard, he was just there. He'd been on the tent in the past that the boys had been suspended from school, so they didn't even know who they were. They didn't know who Carmelo was because they had been suspended for some other stuff. So they had
they were or Carmelo?
No, the troublemakers, the boys with the background. Carmelo had no problem.
Yeah, he had a 4.0 GPO captain. Yeah.
Great student, no background, but the boys had a reputation, not a good reputation. You know, you heard about them whooping their stepdaddy up. So you heard about them. It's just some big dudes, man, big dudes. So that's what the witness is saying. Now, do you think again he was just wrong for setting it off like that, or do you think he should have, like everybody else sounds like they're saying that maybe he should have been like, okay, hey, you need to get out of our tent. If the Melo kid is still like no, then you need to go get a teacher or somebody. Say, hey man, this black kid in here, I'm telling him to move and he won't move, teacher. And you better come get him before I get him.
Yeah. I mean, that would be the logical scenario. But I just can't wrap my head around why it had to, what made it escalate to making Carmelo want to kill him.
Can I answer that?
Yes.
Please.
I don't think either of the boys at 17 years of age having a disagreement, I don't think either of them wanted it to go the way that it did. I also don't think that Carmelo Anthony was trying to kill him. I do believe that if you are getting jumped by multiple people, that your thought or your first thought is, I'm about to listen. I got to find something. Or I'm about to. I just know how my mind would be if it started with one person and me, and then here come 4 to 5 other people. We only need the one. So when you start adding people and other things are happening at this place, I'm to save my life. That's how I look at it. I don't think Carmelo Anthony really wanted to kill him. I think that it got to that point. And I'm going to tell you like this, when you take a gamble, the way Austin took a gamble, see, he took a gamble not knowing the way it would end. No one was thinking about consequence at this point. They're 17-year-old boys and we're expecting them to be adults. I know some adults that wouldn't walk away. So the whole thing is they're 17-year-old boys. They're not thinking correctly. Emotions are going everywhere. And this is what happened. Now, did it happen to where he killed him? Yes. That's something that we cannot say did not happen. But I don't think that either one of the boys thought that it would go that way. Which meaning, I don't think it was premeditated.
Yeah.
You want to respond to that, or you want to pass the mic?
No, I'm not disagreeing with anything she said. That's why I'm like, I don't know. I feel like I just don't have enough information. I haven't done enough investigating this whole situation.
No, you good. You good.
Yeah,
It's
it's a
running through.
lot.
It
It's a
is a
lot.
lot. It's been going on for a minute, but it's going back and forth. Who don't follow me? Tequila and wine. Where my tequila and wine girl at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at?
I'm here. I'm just chilling. I'm just listening. I don't know. I have a lot to say for both sides, and it's tough for me because
It's tough. It's tough. Go ahead. No,
I
no.
mean,
Don't bite your tongue.
I can't hear you. What'd you say?
I said, don't bite your tongue. Let it out.
Oh my God! You see, you're breaking up. That's another thing is frustrating. I don't know the service over here with the storm. It's raining real hard. I can't really hear.
Well, just talk. Just speak your
Can
mind.
y'all hear? Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
hear you.
we can hear you.
Oh,
We just
okay.
wait for you to say something cool.
Okay. I don't know. This whole situation has just really got me divided. But the initial question was, do I think that he's wrong for approaching oh boy, Carmelo? And I don't think he was wrong. If he was somewhere he shouldn't have been, or if where he was not wanted and it had already been expressed, and I can't remember the other little boy's name, but he got up and felt like he had to reinforce, like, why wouldn't you just leave or just walk away? It's not even your team. You're not even on the right side of things. So I don't know, but I just also don't feel like that gave him the right to like physically harm him like with a weapon. Like if y'all gonna wrestle, tussle, maybe a little fight or something, throw some hands, okay, cool. But like a whole weapon and to take a life is kind of crazy to me. But I do understand the anger behind the conviction when it comes to how other people of other races have done similar things and got a lesser conviction. So I get that part.
Herb, you wanna chime in on that? I know you said you wanted to hold off because you had a lot to say on it. Ches acted like she was gonna go deep on it, but
I'll be
I think
honest,
she's a little worried. I think she's a little worried.
it just sounds like to me, uh, the Metcalf kid just sounds like one of those people who uh, abuse the power that's given to them. And obviously, if he's beating up his stepdad, seems like that's what he does. He don't respect authority because he believes he is authority. A lot of that probably has to do with his size. And then if we want to get into that, which I really don't want to get into that because I believe it doesn't really play a factor. But also, the pigment is different, so he probably feels a different type of way as well in some people's eyes. All I'm saying, all that says is he got aggressive because someone told him he's the leader. That's like you're giving somebody you give somebody to be the what's the hall monitor. He's the hall monitor. You're skipping class. You're in the hall. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing in the hall?" You're like, "I can do what I want." As a hall monitor, what you gonna do? You gonna write down his name? You gonna go tell somebody? If you don't get his name, you gonna go tell somebody. You're not about to go wrestle him to get him out the hall, because your job is to lead him and tell people who's in the hall, not to force people. You're not security.
Right.
No one told you to be security.
Right. So taking your job too far.
Yeah. So and this is even when people at regular jobs, when someone tells you a job, hey, you're gonna be the lead over here. So as the lead, you understand you're really just there to show by example. You really have no authority over nobody. I mean, sometimes unless a certain situation where it's a meeting and the supervisor comes around and he's telling everybody, hey, while everyone's here, he's in charge.
But as a boy,
if that was the case for Austin Metcalf, instead of everyone jumping him, everyone should have spoke up to Carmelo like, hey, coach said he's boss, so you got to lead. But it don't seem like that happened. It seemed like them two were the only ones felt like there was a need to say something.
Did the Metcalf kid initiate the physical altercation? Did he start it?
Yes, he did.
Oh,
He
okay,
did.
gotcha.
Touched him first.
Okay.
He should have never touched him.
And remember, there's two of them, Chad. So he's allegedly, the first one's allegedly telling him, "Hey, you need to leave." And then he tells him, "Nigga, basically, no." You know what I'm saying? I'm here with my man. Here with my man Herb. Herb said I could come through because remember they said there's a mixed kid that was his girlfriend's cousin or something like that. So he did know somebody that was in the tent.
He had a friend that brought him to the tent.
Yeah, who's allegedly his girlfriend's cousin.
Whoever that friend was that he knew,
he
wrong for not stepping up and saying something. Either
Yeah,
way.
he said he didn't know.
You could have got up and said, "Hey, Carmelo, this ain't cool. You might as well just go ahead and go." It's
Right.
getting crazy. Or it's just say, "Hey, Austin, Austin Hunter, chill out. I told him he can come over here." Oh, coach, well, you go get coach then. You let coach know. But yeah, that's a bad friend. That's a bad friend. You could have de-escalated that situation off back. Just told your friend, hey, don't just go ahead and step away. They tripping over here. Or you should have went to Austin. Hey, Austin, hey man, chill out. He over here with me. It's cool. We cool. Just chill out.
I agree.
Let you know.
I agree.
That's a
Can I
bad
say one more
friend.
thing?
That's a bad friend, bro, for real.
Can I say one more thing?
Anything.
Anything. I want to say this because I don't want to. I'm going to speak about this on my platform, and it's going to be maybe 20 to 30 minutes if you want to check it out when you get time. I'm not for sure when I'm going to do the elephant in the room, but I certainly will be doing one on this. I would love to have your support, but I will say this: it's a lot going on in this case, from the case to the trial to the sentence to the aftermath. It's a whole lot going on. And I want to say this, both gentlemen were wrong, but they were again operating in their emotions. I just did maybe a month and a half ago where I talked about how to regulate your emotions when you don't know, when you're at that high point. And no, it's not easy, but this is something that you have to exercise daily, because none of us owe any spaces that anyone is at. And as I watched Jeff Metcalf, which is the father of the two gentlemen, the two twins, I see now why it happened the way it did. See, a lot of times in our homes, we teach our children the corrupt way of doing things. And when we get into the world, we think that corrupt way works for everything. But life will teach you lessons, and you just have to be okay with it. There's accountability due on both sides. And I'll leave it there.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now. In the portray, how about what? Let me make one up. Y'all can let me make something racist up so y'all can go viral. I got a new name for Mello, okay? Because he was such this little boy y'all were trying to portray. How about watermelon felon? How's that one strike you? I hope he enjoyed his first night in that cell last night, because he's gonna have many nights to think about what the fuck he did.
He's so petty. That was childish.
I forgave him, so I don't carry the hate. I'm gonna tell you right now. In the portray.
I mean, he do have the right to feel the way he feel, though, right?
No, he do. Yeah, that was childish. That was childish.
It was.
What he said was childish, but I feel like if it was one, one of us, and it was, the other way around with it, all this white motherfucking crack slang, racial slur here, racial slur there. I feel like it's his baby, it's his child. Like, I'm just looking at it from a parent's perspective. I would have said whatever the fuck too. My child is gone.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a fuck about how nobody feel, what a racial, no, nothing. I'm saying whatever, because that's how I feel.
Yeah, and if you don't care who it was, black, white, Asian, you still petty for saying that.
Right.
Funny, but it was funny to me, but like, that was petty. You didn't have to come up with it. Like, I get it. People making it a race thing, so you just threw it out there just to throw it in people's face. I get it. I ain't mad.
Watermelon.
It made good for evidence. That's what it did for me. It made good for evidence because I'm gonna tell you this. I don't care how mad I am. Who I am when I'm not mad versus who I am when I'm mad, it ain't gonna too much change. Character and integrity is gonna ride always. Now, will you be upset? You can be upset, but there's certain things you just not gonna say if you don't believe it. Now let's stop. Because he went into a whole rant talking about Black fathers not being in the home, Blacks being a certain type of way. Double O didn't even play the whole thing. This wasn't even the meat of what he said.
Oh yeah, no,
he did much more than that. But all he did for me was show me that not was he just saying that he couldn't wait till that gag order was lifted up. And I don't. He has every right to feel the way that he does. He does. But still, a tree is known by the fruit it bears. And I'll leave it there.
Oh, that was a bar.
Y'all want to hear? Y'all want to hear how how hard he went?
Not really. Not the end of the night.
Okay. I'm about to say.
I'm gonna have a lot to say on that shit.
I'm about to say it's crazy. Maybe another night.
I'm gonna just go back and look at it myself.
Yeah,
we'll leave it clean.
No, that's all, man. I don't want to keep going on it, but I do want to keep going on it because it's going to keep going. So we'll probably keep talking about this on another episode. I mean, I think there's going to be more information. Does anybody know the answer to this? Have you heard about when it comes to that? There's like a videotape where they're saying, and people in Texas could go see this video or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're telling them where the marks are and all that. Why is that video only available to people that go to this Texas to the school? Like, why is that video not public?
The court banned it in the trial. I know.
Where are they going?
So when they everybody in Texas was saying you could go to the school and they would show you the video. You could see the video of everything that happened. And so all the people that saw the video say it's totally different from what these kids are saying. They're saying that they jumped them and all these things were happening in this video. But why can you only see this video if you live in Texas and you have to go to the school? They said it would be like you and us not even knowing each other, but both of us would be in this room, and the lady, an instructor, would be like, okay, you can watch it before the what's the name mark or this mark. You know what I mean? You can choose to see it before or after this mark, and giving you instructions on how to watch the video. But that video is not public to everybody, and I don't see how that's not possible.
That's just a way to make money. School is an app. They probably charge $1, $2, $3 to subscribe. That's how they get you, and they probably play the same damn video we already saw.
I don't know.
Well, what's the video y'all saw?
I'm about to say, what video did you see?
Because it's not.
I see no video.
The video is not available.
I think that's the wine and tequila talking. I don't know if it is.
Oh yeah, it is. My bad, John.
It's okay.
But it is a way that app is a way to make money though.
But you do know that the judge banned the video from the trial.
Why?
Because it could prove something else.
Wait a minute. What video are we talking about? The video of the incident, right?
Correct.
I saw a woman, I don't know who she was, but it was after court doing a press conference that said it showed the video from different angles.
Yeah, but it was said that it was banned from the court. The judge banned it from the actual trial, but you could see it. Some people in Texas were able to see the video. Because I probably seen the same one that
they
you
were
seen.
probably there and recorded. Somebody was there.
No. Listen to what I'm telling you. Listen to what I'm telling you. The school is allowing people to come see the video. You can listen here. Listen.
Clear enough, or was it fuzzy, or what? No, it was clear. It's clear enough where you can see the actual individual raindrops come by the camera. Okay. That's how clear it is. You actually see them walking up. You see that Carmelo is already up under there. He's under there minding his business. Dodging the rain, or it was still rain. You know, right. I'm from Little Web. So that day we were under a tornado watch. Right. And we were under thunderstorm warning, and we know we had already had some light rain then, and it started raining again. Then it was over with. Okay. So that's kind of what happened on that day. But they were at a rain delay already, and so during that time when that happened, the twins, their two buddies, and a few other kids, because there was a few kids involved with them. they were all coming from the direction of the middle school, coming walking back up.
Right.
On the video, you can see those 4 that actually was involved, and maybe about 3 or 4 others that was with them, skipping up, trying to catch up behind. One veered off probably toward his way to go to the coach and kind of distract him a little bit. And then the other 4 came walking together. One went in front of them, went past.
Right.
The other 4 went and they surrounded Carmelo.
What that sound like? That? Whoa, you heard that, Chad? You with us?
Yeah, I heard it.
Okay, so he's saying that we about to say that they surrounded them. There's a lot more people than just the people that from what we've heard, right? And so I'm gonna let him keep going because it doesn't sound like anything you probably heard. Am I correct?
Correct.
Okay. And together, one went in front of them, went past.
Right.
The other 4 went and they surrounded Carmelo. You know, if you're Carmelo,
and they showed it on that video.
It's on the video.
Okay, come on.
You can see them walk.
I'm gonna
up.
say little
And
stuff.
I'll put it this way.
Okay.
They actually tell you when you're watching the video, pay attention to this corner right here, because if you look anywhere else, you might miss different things.
Okay.
So watch those 4. Here they're 4 right there coming up.
Right.
That's exactly what they say.
Okay.
And so you have no way to be confused that it's those 4.
Okay.
So they come up.
You have no way. 0%. Rewind.
4. Here they're 4 right there coming up.
Right.
That's exactly what they say.
Okay.
And so you have no way to be confused that it's those 4.
Okay.
So that's exactly what they say.
Okay.
And so you have no way to be confused that it's those 4.
Okay.
So they come up, they surround them, and it's immediate moment of not even a few seconds of pause. Then that's when they jump. And so
they jumping them. We didn't hear none of that shit in court. All we heard is that some white boy allegedly shoved him in his shoulder lethargically. You like that word? You like that word, Q? I've been reading.
All right.
If it was lethargically, it was weak as fuck.
I mean, whether it's shove is weak or whatever it is, this is not what the man that saw the video is saying. He's saying that 4 people surrounded a man like in the Lion King. Remember the Lion King? When the mother, you know the scene. You know the scene.
Actually did jump him.
Yeah, it wasn't just no touch. It wasn't just all that moment. Yeah, it was a push. It was all kind of things. But Austin pushed, Hunter hit, and then everybody swung. But at the same time,
So it's more than
Austin pushed, Hunter hit, and then everybody swung. But Austin pushed, Hunter hit, and then everybody swung. But at the same time,
so it's more.
Case closed. Now we know why we can't see the video and why the video was not used in court. Am I right, Q?
Listen, the jury can't make a decision if they don't have enough information. They're going to go the other way. But 35 years is too extensive for self-defense.
I agree.
I'm not saying he shouldn't pay because he still killed him, but it wasn't premeditated and he was defending himself. And I'm going to tell you like this. You play the gamble with your life messing with people that don't mess with you. And it could end another way.
Especially when they're scared. Especially when they're scared. Now, Chesney, again, these brothers gotta. This is what kills me. I'm not saying you're against it now, or I'm trying to like go against you or nothing. So I'm going at you with that. But if it was 2 black kids with the history, remember a history of doing things in the community that aren't positive, right? And them 2 got into it with one guy, one white dude. It's very hard to tell me that you would believe that boy they would have treated this differently. It's hard for me to believe that.
Yeah, I would say differently as in a harsher punishment.
I can present that case to you already. Trayvon Martin.
You said who? Trayvon Martin?
Yeah, that's the case you're talking about.
Technically.
But also too, them not showing the video also says a lot. But listen, I'm gonna be 100%. They did not want him to get out. They were planning on letting Carmelo go to jail. And the only reason I'm saying that, and I'm talking about even his lawyers, and I'm saying that because why wouldn't you put him on the witness stand?
That's what everybody wanted to know.
Why wouldn't you put the other brother on the witness stand? Why are you not getting these witnesses out here that was in that situation and putting them on the witness stand?
Especially after hearing their testimony.
So that just tells me a lot that it was a shut and closed case before it even started. If you ain't gonna put the person who's up convicted up for a witness stand to defend himself, then you was like, yeah, you're going to jail anyways. You're not gonna fight it.
You got a point. You got a major point there.
And the fact that you didn't say, oh, now it's first degree murder. The prosecution didn't even say, hey, listen, we understand it was a crime, but we really want to shoot for a lower, like manslaughter or the second degree lower than first.
Let you know.
I don't know. I ain't a criminal, so I don't know these rules.
I don't know the law like that either, but some of this is just common sense. Again, I remember when Chris Brown and Rihanna got into their thing, and they said that she had bite marks on her, and I said, "Oh shit, that sounds like she won." So she was winning.
Well, he was driving. Of course,
yeah.
She had to win, or they both gonna be gone.
The bottom line is, if motherfuckers biting you, that means they losing. Whoever's getting bit is winning the fight. I tell you that much. I know that much.
Yeah, he was definitely losing. He was driving.
Yeah, definitely
he
losing.
Had to lose that fight.
So for a motherfucker to pull out a knife like that, my nigga, they were scared. Again, these is two white boys. Now we know we thought it was two. Now it's four. Matter of fact, let me let this man keep talking. Let me shut the hell up.
So it's more than the twins that got some licks on. Four. So it showed that in the video.
Yes, in the video. So again, you have Hunter and Austin standing in the middle.
Okay.
And you have the light bright boy here, and you have the darker boy here.
Okay.
I think that's what I remember. So I have to go back and think about it. But that's where they were. One was going up and down while they were talking, kind of pushing or whatever he was doing. Austin and Hunter was in front. So where they're talking about grabbing bags, Hunter actually said that I grabbed his bag.
Right.
And then later on, he said that Austin threw the bag.
Okay.
Jeff also said the same thing. And so that's them both antagonizing. And we know under Texas law, I just have the fear that you're about to do something to me and you can get up out of here. Yeah, so you don't have to touch me. But at that point, he still stood there and stopped there. And whatever they say was said, you don't know that until they get to it here. But once they did that, they started hitting him. Carmelo actually was able to back out and try to get away. So he was actually trying to get away the first time. Austin grabbed him, and you could see his hoodie coming out like this, and they brought him back in.
Okay.
And when they brought him back in, that's when you can see Austin put him in a headlock. You can see that all the rest of them are still hitting. That must be when the poke happened, because he was able to get out again. He backed out. He looked to the right. That's where the other little kid was filming, because they got some cell phone footage too. But that's where he was filming. He looked directly at him in his camera, and then he went this way to the left. He went down. He fell, and that's when they realized he was gone, because they were still punching. And when he fell, that's when they all turned around. They started chasing him. Austin tried to go chase him too, but he grabbed his chest. I guess he realized that something happened to him, and that's when he went down a little bit and he fell down. But all three of them were chasing. But Carmelo was so fast, he got away and went around to the coach. And so you can see them on the video pointing toward Carmelo and the coach. And I can imagine, because Carmelo was out of the camera on that moment, that he was telling the coach what happened. And then that's when Hunter said he whipped his head around. That's what he said. He just wasn't sitting with it. He whipped his head around. You see him on the video. And that's when he walked over to where Austin was, but he never touched him. So all that stuff about him rendering aid and holding his heart, he never did that, because the coach grabbed him and he was holding him. So at the end of the day, that's kind of where the moment went. But they did.
I'm gonna stop it right there, man, because again, that just hearing that is crazy to me, man, because we heard something totally different, as you can see. I guess what he was saying, scared who don't follow me off. I don't know what happened. I don't know if the tequila bottle tipped over and fell. I don't know what happened. But I appreciate y'all for joining me tonight, man. Let you know podcast was in 10 Irv. Appreciate you, Q. I'm gonna leave it with these. I'm gonna leave it with this, and I'm gonna let y'all go. Over to God, nigga, blasphemy. I'm at the Trump International. Ask for me. I ain't never scared. I'm everywhere. You ain't never there. Nigga, why would I ever care? Pound for pound, I'm the best to ever come around here, excluding nobody. Look what I embody. The soul of a hustler. I really ran the street. A CEO's mind. That marketing plan was me. And no, I ain't get shot up a whole bunch of times or make up shit in a whole bunch of lines. And I ain't animated like say a Busta Rhymes But the real shit you get when you bust down my lines, add that to the fact I went platinum a bunch of times that by my influence on pop culture, I'm supposed to be number one on everybody's list. We'll see what happens when I no longer exist. Fuck this.